Well, my name is Tanushka and I'm connecting with you from Delhi. Um, right, so I'll be conducting this session with you for today and I hope you're already having a good day. Okay, right. So before we move ahead, do you have any previous doubts related to English? In general, related to English, maybe related to English grammar, anything, if at all, that you wish to ask?
Right now, I don't think that I have any particular uh, doubt, but definitely, if you will move ahead, if I will think like I should ask this one, then I will definitely ask.
Okay, all right. Right, so let's talk about you since it's the first time I'm seeing you. So,
Yeah.
how has your journey been in Qatar? You have been living there for a long time. First of all, why did you decide to go to Qatar?
Actually, I don't know why I did choose to come here, but suddenly I choose to come here.
Hmm. Sudden actions are usually good in life. So, what about you? Has it
It
been a good idea for you as well?
it was my certain decision, and I choose to come here. I don't used to think a lot of things that I should go to abroad, but yeah,
But you ended up going anyway. Okay,
yeah, I
right.
ended up
And mhm. And how
coming.
has life been since you have been in Qatar? Is it good? Do you feel better? Like, do you enjoy your work?
Yeah, my life has become more enjoyable since I am living here. And after coming here, my life is good now.
Hmm. And in what terms is your life different than how it was here?
There also, my life was good, but if we talk about the punctuality, uh, timing of waking up, and in terms of going to duty, coming back from the duty, and in terms of eating, all the thing has been changed.
Hmm, that's a lot of change. Eating habits also changed. What is the difference in food that you noticed? Like, was
Uh,
it a challenge for you?
No, in the beginning, it was challenging for me, but right now I am habitual with.
Right now, you're habitual with it.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough. Right, okay. And wow, and is the food really different there, or do you still see some similarities to the Indian food?
yeah, there are different food, but you can find any food here, like North Indian food, South Indian food,
Mm-hmm.
any type of food you can find easily here.
Right. And what about the language barrier? Did you ever face language challenges when you first moved there?
Yeah, when I first came here, I used to face a lot of language barrier when we had to talk with the Arabic people. That time we used to
Mhm.
struggle. But right now
Right.
I know a little bit Arabic. And when I
Mhm.
came here, I was not also fluent in English and I didn't know any grammar things. So I used to face lots of difficulties because of the English.
Right. Okay. So, oh wow. So over there, the main languages are Arabic and you're saying English, right? These are the main languages. Is that so?
Yeah, Arabic is the native language, but people do use all their language if they are with their country's people. So they use
Mhm.
their language, but mostly in office, people use English and Arabic.
Wow. Okay. I Arabic is pretty difficult. Did you feel the same way that like did you understand Arabic at all when you went there? Because I feel Arabic is very complicated.
Yeah, it's not too much complicated, but yeah, first when I came here at that point of the time, it was complicated. But as we observe, listening, watching, so
Yeah.
we know now.
Hmm. Fair enough. All right. And as for English, I cannot believe that you face challenges in English. You right now you're talking really nicely in English, and you're not making that many mistakes either. So, is it like you moved there, then you learned more concepts, or like how did it work out for you?
Yeah, when I was there in India, I didn't know really any English. But when I came here, that I realized that I should have knowledge of the English. I should have command over English so that I can interact with lots of people. So I started watching you watching on YouTube how to learn easily English. And but before taking this session, I was also not good at English. But as soon as I could talk with anybody, but not in the consistency, not as a fluent. So yeah,
But right now you're talking very consistently, and that's nice. You're trying to express yourself. That's very good. I always
yeah,
appreciate it because I think it's very important to express yourself. The more you will speak, the more chances there are that the mentor would be able to correct you and teach you something new, probably. So it's good that
yeah.
you express yourself.
When I thought that I should join Clapingo for improving my English, but I realized it's not all about the English. You should have to have knowledge. What topic are you going to talk? Then only you can talk. So it's not only about the English. It's all about the knowledge. So I am learning lots of things as I started this session. Take.
That is true. It's very important to have opinions about different topics in a particular language. I mean,
Yeah.
until and unless you have a certain opinion about a certain topic, you cannot talk,
Yeah.
right?
Even
Knowing
if you
words
know
is
English,
different, but
yeah, even if you know English, but if we are going to talk about any particular topic and you don't have any prior knowledge, so we cannot conversations more.
exactly. We cannot follow up with the conversation because we won't have anything to give to the conversation. Everything is
Yeah,
going to be, we don't know this, we don't know that. So
yeah.
that's not how really conversation works. So fair enough. All right, okay. Right. So with that, we'll skip to today's topic of the day, which is basically future. We'll be discussing about how we think future is going to look like in almost about after like 50 years. 50 years from now. For example, right now it's 2022. So 50 years from now would be 2072, right? So somewhere
70.
near the end of this century.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So, okay. So, first of all, how do you think the transportation will change in the upcoming 50 years? What transportation changes do you think are necessary and will be there in the future?
In the future, I think transportation will be totally different. In the sky, cars will be flying, and
Mhm.
traffic on the earth will be diverted through the tunnel. I think there would be more tunnel because uh, uh, 50 years from now population will be too much, so we will not be able to handle the population also. So yeah, traffic should be diverted through the tunnel, and cars will be flying in the sky, and in the sky also traffic will be more because of the uh, converted from road to sky.
Well, that is true. I think, yeah, in those terms, transportation, like the traffic is likely to change. It's not going to be as bad as it is right now on the earth. And people are probably going to have more vehicles. So it would be important for us to build more tunnels, I guess. That is
Yeah,
very true. And in other terms, if I ask you, in terms of, the cars and the bikes that we use right now, that mostly run on petrol and diesel and other kinds of fossil fuels basically.
yeah.
So how do you think that is going to change in the upcoming 50 years? Do you think it is going to be still used after 50 years, or will we be able to find more efficient energy?
I think after 50 year electricity consumption will be more. As we talk about the fossil fuel, then it will be used, but not as much as we are using now.
Okay, fair enough.
Because yeah, because people are focusing on the environment and climate change, so we this the also the part of the climate change, excess using of electricity. But yeah, I think
Hmm.
electricity with using will be more.
Hmm, that is true. I think that is definitely and most likely to happen. That yeah, we would be using. I mean, even now also electric vehicles have started to gain more popularity, and they are more and more people are getting diverted towards it. The only problem is that right now it's very expensive. That's why people do not buy it. But I
Yeah,
think in the upcoming few years, it will be really efficient to go ahead and buy an electric car in comparison
yeah,
to a
because
diesel or a
nowadays there
petrol.
are no more of purchaser. I think in the future there would be more purchaser, so So for the business people, it will be easy to product material more and sell more. If there is
Fair.
selling more, then it will be cost a little bit cheap than it is now.
Yeah, I think if the demand increases, then
Then the
automatically the price is likely to
price
fall a
decrease.
little bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. And you talked about climate change, so that reminds me, what do you think about the pollution in the upcoming 50 years? Do you think pollution is likely to change? Do you think it's going to remain the same or probably increase?
I think probably it will increase, but there are lots of scientists and the environment expertise. They are working on it, how to handle it. But I think population would be more, pollution would be
I
more.
think,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. In terms of air pollution, I think it's likely to increase considering there are a lot of industries that are on a rise, and I don't think so we can really stop the industrial work, even if we
Yeah.
try to. Most of our money comes from there, so we cannot really stop industrial work. So I
Yeah.
think air pollution and land pollution is likely to increase in those terms.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
that only future will tell. Right. Okay. And what do you think about the crime in the future? Do you think we would be able to control crime rates, or do you think people will be more inclined towards doing crimes because of the high inflation rates and not getting enough jobs, etc., in the market?
I think after 50 years, cyber crime will be more as compared to physical crime, like people go to rob anything and steal anything. But at that point of the time, I think cyber crime will be more because people are using now more and more technologies and they are gaining knowledge and they are consuming knowledge. So because of that, I think cyber crime will be more.
Hmm. That is true. I think, yeah, I think in terms of crime, cyber crime is likely to be there considering the high rate of technology. And
Yeah,
right now, also a lot of hacking incidents and a lot of general cyber crimes are on the rise. So, fair enough.
yeah,
I think land crime is likely to be reduced, but cyber
yeah,
crimes are going to become, and banking frauds, etc., might just become very, very common. So,
yeah.
fair. Okay. And what do you think of the work life? Do you think we would be all working from home after 50 years, or what do you think work life will be like?
Yeah, I think not 100%, but yeah, I can say more than 70% people would be doing work from home, and it would be easy as after the COVID also it has increased, and COVID has accelerated the technologies as we huddle to accept the technologies before COVID, but now we are more familiar with the technologies. So yeah, after 50 years or maybe 40 years, it will be more easy to work from home. And
Hmm.
you can hire any particular people from out of your country, like people would be working as an IT from US and as a software developer from UK and any part of the country. It would be easy.